everybody, and welcome to... Wait, wrong personality. Hold up. Wait. No, this still isn't right. Wait a minute. Back to old tricks. Where the f*** even was I? Alright, yeah, this is the personality I needed. Anyway, hello everybody, and I would like to introduce you to a very long, very in-depth playthrough of one of my favorite games of all time. A lot of you who watch my channel know I have loved Final Fantasy for a very long time. I've played through almost all of the games extensively, 2 or 3 times a piece sometimes. I don't even know how many times I've beaten 7. I'm currently playing Rebirth as well. Absolutely beautiful. I love it. But overall, I love Final Fantasy as a series, and I love Final Fantasy XIV, not just because the gameplay is fun and there's all the things, but the way that they design the story and the way that they do the whole theme park to all the other games thing, while still maintaining a lore that is absolutely awesome. And when I first started really less casually playing the game, I skipped a lot of the yellow quests, and I skipped a lot of the dialogue in the blue quests because I was in a big rush and everything was new, and I had the FOMO that a lot of people have, and I just wanted to rush through everything. But I missed out on a lot of stuff and a lot of storyline in the beginning of the game that I really enjoyed when I read up about it online to fill in the gaps, if you know what I mean. And I don't know how many of you guys, I'm probably pandering to a small group of people here, but I don't know how many of you guys like to watch playthroughs of games. But I personally do. I love putting narrated stuff on in the background while I'm doing my thing, especially lore. And for those of you who enjoy Final Fantasy, or those of you who enjoy Final Fantasy XIV and you enjoy lore, you enjoy having something chill to put on in the background, this is the place for you. I thought that it would be cool to actually go through and read all of these storylines and narrate them for you guys, so I hope that you guys enjoy. This will be a very long-standing project because we are in A Realm Reborn, and my main just finished Into the Mist. So it's going to be a long road, but it's going to be an in-depth road, and I'm not going to skip quest dialogue and all of that stuff. I want to go region by region and do all of the side quests and all of this stuff. That way we know all of the lore and all of the work that these writers put into these storylines. So, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope that you enjoy the video. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for all that you do. I hope to see you in the next one as well. That's all. Bye. Alrighty. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy XIV. We're going to continue our MSQ today, and to do that, we have to queue for a dungeon called Brave Fox's Longstop. So I'm going to do that, and then I will get back with you as soon as we get in. Okay, and here we go. We have queued up for it. So now, here we go to our first story dungeon of today. Mr. Dragon. Okay, here we go. Dinosaur! Arrgh. Let's go, big boy. No, Cole. Swear to God, this cat has like the most epic, terrible timing of wanting to do stuff that I need to correct him for because I'm trying to teach him not to do that. Like, it's always in a boss fight, in the middle of me doing an active time event, or some shit like that. Like, he always has the epic timing, always. Nice. They didn't do too bad. Rawr, you got me. And the healer put up with my shit pretty well too, so. Like, for the calm. Yeah, I don't have that one yet on this character, so I'll take it. Maybe. Thank you. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say, are we just not voting today? Like, we're just not. All right, and now that we have done that, wait a minute. Speak with, okay. I was gonna say, wait a second, why does it not register that we did that? But it did, I'm just dumb. Don't mind me. Now we have a tiny amount of travel time. But it's not too bad, so I won't cut for this one. You guys can go on a relaxing little walk with me. Alright, I would, however, like to reiterate that I really do hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please don't forget to like the video as well for the algorithm, because reading the goblin speak is a little tongue twistery. Just a little bit. Goodly Uplander has thanks a gobby flock. Flighty Beast was Trixie Foe, but Uplander outwitted with plans making. Uplander has a goodly head for fighty think. Bray Fox happy gives tasty fresh gobby treats to clever Uplander. See what I mean yet? cheese is stinky sweet gobby treat. Special make with secret gobby hearts. No party complete without gobby gouda. Brayfox every say. Yeah. Okay. Whatever you say. Where is it? You want me to go? Yeah, I'm just gonna travel. I'm not walking all that way. So, my dude, am I done fetching yet? Like, am I done fetching? Please? I gather you solved Brayfox's little problem. By the gods, that unholy stench. This is definitely goblin cheese. Judging from the smell, this should be quite flavorful. How's it made? It's best you remain ignorant of such things. I still remember when I learned what kind of milk they use. I'm a little afraid. I don't think I want to know what kind of milk they use. Bravo, Loraya. Thanks to you, our guest shall be honored with a marvelous banquet. But what good is an exotic feast without an equally exquisite aperitif? Luckily, I know the person to ask. Make your way to Wineport and seek out Shamani Lomani, another former member of the company. All you have to do is give him this order. He'll take care of the rest. Oh, and if you're wondering if this is merely a ploy to test your patience, I assure you I do actually need that wine. And while you're there, give Shamani Lomani my regards. This is... Don't play me, sir. This is absolutely a test of my patience. I'm not stupid. Like, what? Don't lie to me, sir. Nuh-uh. Don't even lie to me. No. This is so a test of my patience. You ain't gotta lie to kick it, homie. Sweat, grime, and blood. Ah, you reek of blood. An adventurer, unless I'm mistaken. What brings you to Wineport? An order, let me guess, a request for the finest vintage I can muster. Paper smells of loam and perfume, Casa del Sol, and there's also the unmistakable odor of goblin cheese. Yes, Master Guruju would not settle for anything less than the best. Dershowitz and his crew must be quite busy preparing an exotic feast, hence his decision to rely on an adventurer. But perhaps you are confused. This display of deduction was not intended to impress you. When one loses vision, he is forced to compensate in other ways, but you've no interest in my affairs. You've only wished to discuss the wine, I presume. I mean, yes. Life can be so delightfully unpredictable. I always had a passion for wine, but it wasn't until I was forced to retire that I could pursue it as more than a mere hobby. It wouldn't have been possible if not for the savings I amassed during my time as a mercenary, of course. Say what you will about the nature of that work, none can deny that it pays well. But you grow impatient, and once you must have his wine. Herein lies the problem. Nothing in my possession is of sufficient quality for this occasion. The best vintage in town is hoarded by Bergelent, who owns and operates the largest winery in Villebrand. Somehow I doubt he will be receptive to your request, but given these circumstances, he must needs beg his assistance. So I doubt this guy's going to be happy about you asking for that, but go ask for that. Sir, what rank amateur bottled this wine? The impurities must have rendered it nigh undrinkable. Dismissal's too good for the man responsible. He should be made to drink every drop of this polluted swill. What is it? I'm in the middle of an important discussion, and I do not care for interruptions. That neophyte Vinter bid you speak with me? Ha! Neither you nor your friend has the palate to appreciate the subtle qualities of my private stock. I would sooner serve you Gubu urine than sell you my worst vintage. Begone from my sight. Wow, what a dick. Jeez, dude, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just doing the fetchy stuff. Damn, calm down. I take it he said no, really, in those words. Well, I cannot say that I'm surprised. While there's no denying his passion and skill, the wine baron of Limsa Limits is not a man known for his tact. Very well, we shall have to take an alternative approach. There is a chance, however, that a small resident of Wineport can furnish us with a suitable wine. In fact, had you come several years ago, I guarantee this would not be a problem. Alas, the quality of our product has declined significantly in recent years. The only breeds cultivated these days are common lowland vines, which isn't to say that grapes are of poor quality, only that we have known better. Long ago, the vignerons of Wineport crossbred several species and produced a grape-bearing vine of never before seen quality. Bacchus grapes were once the pride of this town, as they were used to produce vintages that surpassed all others. This includes the aromatic, the most complex, the most flavorful of all wines. The legendary Bacchus wines, were born right here in Wineport. Pardon my enthusiasm. You see, I once had the privilege to sample that particular wine. It was an otherworldly experience. In that moment, I felt as though I tasted the nectar of the gods themselves. I transcended my mortal flesh and was one with all creation. I kind of want some of this wine, I'm not gonna lie. But as is all too often said, the calamity changed that. The Bacchus vineyards were completely destroyed, along with much of the existing stock of Bacchus wine. While little remains is closely guarded by its owners, where it can no longer be made, we cannot convince Bergalant to part with his wines. Our next best option, as ridiculous as it sounds, is to find someone who has a bottle of Bacchus wine and to offer them every gill we can spare. I've heard rumors that one of the vignerons tending the vineyards might have once owned a bottle. Perhaps you could start by speaking with them. So, go ask this guy. He's probably going to say no, though. And then go ask this guy, and we're going to have to bribe him with every gill we have. You ever notice that usually when people say we, it means you? Like, there ain't no fucking we. We're talking about we. You know, we? That's not how it works. My gill. Where the fuck is this dude? Because I don't see him. Can I go? I bet I could go upstairs in here is why. Maybe. No. There is no upstairs in here. What the? Cole. I'm not in the mood. Shut up. You ain't starving. Not even close to it. And it ain't 5 o'clock. No. Don't mind me arguing with the cat. What, do I have Bacchus wine? I wish. I never had the chance to try it myself. Sorry, friend, but you're a few years too late. Okay, so you didn't have it. Bacchus wine? Don't remind me. I used to have a cellar filled with this stuff. I thought I could keep the wine safe from thieves and the elements. Never counted on a bloody primal blowing up the goddamn house. Aw. Damn. Poor dude. Well, little Olafel. We have encountered yet another problem. No luck? Most regrettable, but we had to try. But Bacchus wine would have been perfect for the occasion. Though I must confess, my certitude could be due in part to my personal history with the beverage. It is, after all, the very reason I decided to become a vintner. After Titan binded me in our battle beneath Agormo, I fell into a deep depression. It wasn't until I tasted Bacchus wine for the first time that I realized there was still so much I could experience, even in my condition. It helped me to find a new direction in life. It breaks my heart to think that wondrous ambrosia which once filled me with hope may forever be lost to us. I mean, I'm just gonna sell it, so whatever. I must say, this talk of Bacchus wine has made me rather nostalgic. Indeed, there is much I miss about my life at the company of heroes. After everything the captain has done for me, I cannot bear to disappoint him. I have no fear. I swear that I shall find a suitable wine for the banquet, though I may need some time to think of a solution. In the meantime, I would ask of you, 2 years ago, in the deep steps of my despair, I stumbled across Billbrand as a vagabond drunk. I suspected I was looking for a place to die, because I very nearly found one not far from here. It was there that I met a man named Dress, took me in and nursed me back to health. And it was he who gave me my first taste of boxed wine, which helped me to find my new calling. Though I am still a novice in the arts of winemaking, I would like him to know that I am pursuing my dream. This wine is my own original creation, and I would be most grateful if you would deliver it to him in my stead. Dress sometimes works at the rain catcher Gilly Docks, so perhaps Ritzcolt can tell you where to find him. Can I please just have some names I can pronounce, like, please? I don't know how they come up with these. I really don't. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing good, like narrating along, and then they'll pop a name up there and my brain just like goes blank. Just gone, left the building. Ritzcolt. Dressed? Oh, you mean the hermit? I tossed him a Figo when we need an extra pair of hands. He doesn't talk about himself, and I sure as hell don't ask. When a man's got a face with scars like that, you best leave well enough alone, I say. If you have mind to find him, though, then head southwest to the Severed String, which is way over there. Got it. Not that. Damn it. Nobody saw that. Do. Actually, I want to go this way. Nope. Hello? What? What do you want? Wine? I didn't ask for this. Who sent you? I can't sleep. They won't let me sleep. The midges, the buzzing, it keeps me awake. I never wanted to hurt anyone. I won't fight. I don't want to fight. Please make the buzzing stop. Make the midges go away. I'm going. Okay. Nah. It's not so loud anymore. Did you do that? Thank you. You helped me, even after what my comrades and I did to your country. We were on a reconnaissance mission when the maelstrom caught us by surprise. We tried to escape, but the others, no one else survived. I didn't ask for this, damn it. I'm not even Garlean. They conquered my lands just like they tried to conquer yours. I don't want to be in some blasted jungle halfway around the world. I just want to go home. Or I wish to thank the shmoney for the wine. That was overly kind. Would you be willing to bear a gift back to him? Last night at Red Mantis Falls, I collected the sap from nearby palm trees. If placed in coconut shells and stored away for a few bells' time, it makes for a fine wine. See, it should already be ready by now. I left 3 shells out there. Please take them to Shmoney for me. I'm glad he's moved on with his life. I hope to one day do the same. Poor dude. Oh, never mind. Okay. I've gone to great lengths for this. Spent some time, Laura. What news do you have of Drest? As I recall, he did have some knowledge of winemaking, a simplistic, nevertheless effective method that utilizes the natural properties of palm sap. I still have to enjoy this batch before it spoils. We're not so different, Drest and I, 2 men who have long struggled not to let our scars define us. I worry that he has been alone with his thoughts for far too long. It's past time I paid him a visit. Thank you for looking after him, Laura. By the gods, Rye, listen. I know you're eager to wash your hands of this wine business, but I've discovered something extraordinary about Drest's palm wine. He sealed each coconut shell with a leaf which has a very distinct shape and unusual odor. I thought I was going mad at first, but now I'm certain these are the leaves of box grapevine. Do you know what this means? Somewhere in Raincatcher Gully, the legendary vine still grows. If we could obtain a cutting, we could revive the box wine industry. We must know where the Drest found these leaves. Here, take one of them back to him and see what he remembers. Way back down there. Christ. My food buff wore off. Okay, so because of the back and forth nature of this situation, I'm going to pause for now until we get done with this whole wine business, and then I'll see you back when we get to important stuff. Alright, so yes, there is a reason I skipped all the way up until here, because literally it's mostly fetch it up until this point, and I thought that part was kind of boring, so I did get up until here. At least have it paused up until here, so yeah, here we are. When you face the Lord of Crags, think of Laminsa or Eorzea or anything beyond his chamber. Think only of the men and women now by your side. Fight for them, and they will fight for you. Remember that no greater victory was ever achieved alone. Psh! Goodly Uplander must be facing mighty Rockman with clever fighty think. Gobbleflock cannot be coming to rescue this time. When did you come to rescue me, guy? Ah, Lariah, you brave fool. Promise me that when you meet Titan, you'll look him in the eye and tell him Landell sends his regards. Absolutely. Apparently Cole sends his regards too. You are a veteran of countless battles, Lariah, but this is but one more. Trust in your experience and you will prevail. You are blessed with a fortitude to rival the earth itself. Titan will struggle to break you, I think. Alright. You are kind to indulge them, Lariah. This banquet is as much for the company as it is for you, whatever they may claim. I cannot deny that they mean well, but now is scarcely the time for celebration. Though they have all but pronounced the victor, the battle with Titan has yet to begin. The hour has come for the good captain to make good on his promise. We must speak with him again. Yes, ma'am. Woohoo! A little bit faster. You must be eager to face Titan as promised. We will show you the way. Travel to the Bronze Lake in Upper Lenasia. There you will meet with Riol, another man who once served with the company. To ensure that his knowledge does not fall into the wrong hands, we will remain in hiding until you have given the correct signal. Give me your map. You must whistle out the 3 locations I mark. Only then will he appear to meet you at this 4th location. Now, it seems excessive now, but you will see that it is more than reasonable once you comprehend the risks inherent in our method. On my way, sir. Years ago, when we was weighing up how to get to Titan, one of our scouts stumbled across this beastman aetheryte, see? What's that look for? Not familiar with them? He speaks of an unamplified aetheryte which has been claimed by a beast tribe, lest you wonder. There's no fundamental difference between each aetherites and to those which you have used on countless occasions, Lariah. Well, if it ain't the Charlene lass, welcome back. Forgive me for interrupting. I'd planned to await your report, but I succumbed to curiosity. The tunnels beneath Ogomoro form a bewildering labyrinth that no outsider has ever fully explored. How the company of heroes managed to navigate it is a mystery I have long pondered. Huh, give us a bit of credit, love. We weren't daft enough to try going in on the front. The kobolds were always digging new tunnels and filling old ones with traps. One wrong step and the next thing you know, you've got 100 tons of rocks on your noggin. Suicide to even try, see? Funny thing was, the kobolds didn't seem to have no trouble finding their way around, and it was that got us thinking. I mean, Ogumara mines are like a bleeding city, aren't they? And getting around in a city that big would be a right pain in the arse if you didn't have an Ethernet, wouldn't it? So it stood to reason that the kobolds must have one, didn't it? Even if there were aetheryte shards in the depths of Ogumara, you would have needed to attune yourselves to them before you could identify their signatures within the life stream. Oh, well, that's where you're wrong, love. We had this Charlene bloke to help us, see, and delivered us right into Titan's bedchamber, he did. I don't really know how he did it, but I do remember him saying there weren't any Charlene scholar worth her salt couldn't manage. Did he now? Locating a beacon in the absence of a known signature might be possible if the aetherites in question happened to be... yes, but in order to get a traveler to said beacon safely, a second party would be required to... You're thinking out loud again, and we don't understand what you're talking about most days, and my hair is clipping through my axe. Nobody sees that. Just don't look at that. It is possible, in theory at least. Yet I cannot be certain until I try. Plainly, it will depend on whether or not I am worth my salt. Oh, you are, lass. Don't you worry about that. Have a bit of faith in yourself. Why don't we all go in Zelma's run and take a closer look at the aetherite? If it ain't fair, there's sure enough to be a few kobolds blocking the way. Not you can't handle, mind. Go beat up some kobolds. Got it. Where? Way up there. Fine. Yeah. So this is the aetherite the company of heroes used to gain access to Titan's sanctuary. It is as Papalimo speculated. In its present state, this aetherite signal will not be strong enough for our purposes. I may, however, be able to use my own energies to amplify it. Alas, the task will monopolize my attention for the duration. It seems you will have to proceed without me, Lariah. I must needs remain here and supplement this beacon's power, lest you be denied your only path of escape. Fear not, I will summon the Maelstrom forces stationed nearby to protect us. With effort, it is possible that I may be able to stabilize the aetherite signal and thereby join you, albeit belatedly. Until such time as I do, you will be on your own. I will be fine. Now let's see if I am worth my salt. I've located another beacon, one far below the mountain. I can only speculate as to what you will find there, so stint not in your preparation. Okay, here we go. Look, an overdweller. Yes, an invader from above. She uses our aether rights against us. She has defiled Titan's sacred sanctuary, trespassed, violated, defiled. Overdwellers must leave. Overdwellers must fly. Brothers and sisters, fear not. Her fate shall be decided by the Lord of Crags. Hear me, Overdweller. You and your treacherous brethren must be held to account for the breaking of the covenant. You should be the first to face judgment. Lynn Limson, her oathbreakers, liars, betrayers, oathbreakers. O great Father, Lord of Crags, Titan we summon you, Titan we summon you. Yeah. Let's go, Titan. Okay, bye. Time to go back and report in. Everybody acting like that was gonna be such a big deal. Did you guys see that? We whooped his butt. I am relieved to see you well, but come, let us discuss our next step. The word will already have reached the Maelstrom Command. Protocol requires that a representative of our order inform the High Commander of the mission's success. The honor is rightfully yours, Loraya. Once again, I must commend you on a job well done. We shall speak again soon. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for coming, Loraya. Word of your triumph has reached some while ago, but I am pleased to have it personally confirmed. First Ifrit and now Titan. Truly, when I think of your accomplishments, I feel the loss of the warriors of light less keenly, and there can be no greater compliment than that. You and your order are heroes. The people of Settlement are forever in your debt. I shall relay the details of your report to the Admiral forthwith. Please send my regards to the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Loraya, this is Minfilia. Your Stoller informed me of your success. You have won a great victory for the people of Eorzea, and one that should not be forgotten. And what is more, both you and your Stoller emerged from Orgrimmar unscathed. Why, Tataru and the others seemed as glad of that as they did of Titan's fall. You can look forward to a hero's welcome. We'll be awaiting your return at Waking Sands. There's much to discuss. Godspeed. This one is glad that walking one is safe.
We'll be awaiting your return at the Waking Sands. There is much to discuss. Godspeed. Thank heaven she is safe. Louisoire, do you see? Your light shines brightly in this one, and in time it will illuminate the realm once more. Oh!
Advance no further!
We have come for the one who slayed Ifrit and Titan. Bring her forth, and you may yet know mercy.
Confound it. stay out of sight. I would leave a message with you. I surrender myself, on the condition you spare the innocents.
Conditions? There speaks the Supreme Sire. I'll grant you have courage, but you would be better served by armor.
Search all you will. The one you seek is not here.
So it would seem.
And yet you knew to look here. But how?
Hold that thought.
No!
Conditions of surrender denied.
Cease at once!
Have you not done enough?
Perhaps. Enough. We must away. Though we have not found our quarry, the High Priestess of the Scions should suffice for now. They say she also possesses the Echo. I cannot wait to hear her scream. I said enough! We leave. Bring the prisoners.
Walking one, Minfilia asked this one too. In case Walking One returned, this one was to say. At church in Eastern Thanalan, Walking One must claim sanctuary. This one tried to protect Walking One and Minfilia from Imperial ones. Forgive this one. Save. Poor little sylph. All right. Something troubling you, my child. You have the look of one who has endured great suffering. Is there anything I can do to help? Anything at all? You need only ask. The wild roses are dead, father, and I know not what to do. The wild roses? I see. You may speak freely here. We are all friends of the Scions. How could this have happened? And you're certain that Minfilia was among those taken by the Garleans? Let us pray no further harm comes to them. You may stay safe here for as long as you wish. It's the least I can do for a friend of Minfilia's. I have known her since she was but a child. Well, I do recall the day of our first meeting. I swore then to do everything in my power to support her, and I will gladly offer the same service to her brother and her sister's scions. So please, no matter what you require, you need not hesitate to ask. Marquis, would you come here for a moment? Yes, father. What up, Sid? If you require assistance, pray speak with Marquis. He is a trifle shy, but I assure you he means well. I should explain. Marquis is the survivor of the battle at Cardano. Alas, his experiences took a terrible toll on his mind. Had we not taken him into our care, he would surely have perished in the desert. Marquis, I want you to look after Loraya. Do you understand? Yes, father. Those who wait. Excuse me, Loraya, do you have a moment? It concerns this broken horologue which was found in the pocket of a man brought here for burial. There's something familiar about it, but just what I cannot say. Perhaps if I tinker with the device, it will come to me. However, I lack the proper tools to do so. I would ask that you journey to Camp Drybone in my stead to obtain a ballpoint chisel and a pair of needle-nose pliers. They are often used by goldsmiths, so perhaps they would be the best people to ask. Of course, I do not expect you to foot the bill. Here, take this coin purse. That should cover it. Ballpoint chisel, you say, and a pair of needle-nose pliers. Those things don't come cheap, you know. Balls. I mean, yes, that should be sufficient payment. Nice doing business with you. Oh my goodness. Bye. Here you go. Have you bought the tools I requested? Something occurs to me. Please wait here for a moment. It was for naught. Though I repaired the device easily, the sensation that stirs within me remains a mystery. But how did I do it? These hands, my hands, they moved with a mind of their own, deftly manipulating clockwork mechanisms. There was no doubt or uncertainty. I knew exactly what to do, as though I had performed these same motions countless times before. Pardon me, Lariah. This was a mistake. Please give this horlock to Sister Elund. The man who once owned it is currently under her care, and I think it best that it be returned to him. So I love how, like, my homies have been kidnapped, and they're like, run around and do this. Good evening to you, madam. Have you come to pay your respects to this man? What is this? Never have I seen such a queer device. You say that it measures the passing of time. Mayhap they are more common in Garlemald. I am given to understand the cities are filled with all manner of amazing technologies. Marquis said that it belonged to the deceased. Oh dear, you don't suppose that the owner might have been a Garland spy? Maybe he was to notify the authorities in Camp Drybone. But mayhap more importantly, how did Marquis manage to repair this device? I knew he had a talent for the trades, but this goes far beyond mending fences and thatching roofs. Don't ask too many questions. I recognize you now, Lariah. Allow me to express my deepest condolences for those who lost their lives in the attack. I apologize if discussing this upsets you, but you should know that the bodies of your comrades are presently being removed from the waking sands and prepared for transport here. If you wish to leave this work to others, I understand. However, taking part might help you find closure. Yeah. You don't look like one of them church fellas. Not that I'll turn you away, no sir. As you can see, we've got a pile of unidentified bodies over yonder. No one's come to claim them, so off to the churchyard they go. Be thankful you didn't have to go inside and see the carnage for yourself. 'Twas the stuff of nightmares, I tell you. God's damn Imperials. I don't know what quarrel they had with these folks, and I sure as hell don't want to know. The sooner we put this behind us, the better. Say, I ain't seen you around here before, or do you just have one of them faces? Never mind. Any road. There's a carriage come to haul the bodies and the shed out by the east gate. There's only 8 left to load up, but seeing as how I'm exhausted from carrying all the others, I have in mind to leave the remainder to you. You might want to cover your nose while you work. Some of these folks are starting to turn. What happened to the big fella? Forget it. Just bring the next batch and... Bring the next batch and toss him in the back. Ain't like they'll complain if you're rough. Well, ain't you a strong one? 4 in 1 trip. Reckon there's no need for me to lend you a hand with the rest then? Wow. You guys are kind of suck. What a shitty way to be about such a shitty situation. Come on, let's finish before I die of old age. That should be all of them. Thanks for the help. Reckon it won't take too long to deliver all the corpses to the lich yard. Even so, you might hurry back and tell them your work here is done. I see that you decided to heed my advice. I pray that in doing so you found some small measure of peace. The first carriage from Vesper Bay arrived not too long ago, and we have begun preparing your comrades for burial. I had a hand in the initial rites, and I would like you to know that for many, death came quickly. Rest assured that we will treat them with the utmost respect and do everything we can to shepherd them to Thal's realm. Although we can perform the rites for most of the Scions, there's one whom we cannot accept. We would like you to return this one to her people, the Silsa's little solace. It is only proper that she be given into the care of her friends and family, so that they may mourn her in accordance with Sylphic traditions. Poor Neuraxia. Freaking poor thing, man. She was just a baby. And she was not a baby, but she was a baby. She was just a cute little baby. Trying to protect me and feel you all brave. This one's surprised to see Walking One and Little Solace. How can these ones assist Walking One? Neuraxia, but this one does not understand. Carmuxia, this one has heard much wailing. This one would know what has caused such distress. Terrible news, Elder One. Awful news. Walking One has returned to Little Solace, but why? These ones have not requested further aid. Neuraxia, how did this happen? Explain everything to this one at once. So not only Neuraxia, but many of Walking One's friends were lost as well. Neuraxia went to Thanon at the behest of this one. Walking One was with Neuraxia at the end. Tell this one that Neuraxia was brave. Tell this one that Neuraxia did not suffer. This one is glad to hear Walking One's words. Thank you for bringing her home, Walking One. These ones are also wish to thank Praying Ones. Tell Praying Ones that these ones will remember this kindness. This one demands vengeance. Imperial Ones must pay. Imperial Ones must suffer. When the time comes for Working Ones to face Imperial Ones, do not forget these ones. These ones would not have Neuraxia's death be for naught. These ones will fight. Such brave little bitty dudes. I totally wasn't crying. You guys were crying. I don't know what you're talking about. We thank you for your service to the church and to the Sylphs. You may be pleased to know that in your absence, we interred the remaining scions in the Lich Yard. Perhaps you still wish to do more for your friends? If so, I would remind you that you already have done so much on their behalf. Please take a rest and set aside your burdens for now, Loraya. What? Wait, no, we're not doing these boots right now. No, we are not. We are not, like, yeah, much better. Oh my goodness, I look like a white knight. Look at this. If I can get my controller to do what I want. Look at me. Look at me. I look like the top half of a stormtrooper. It's fine. It's fine. I'll get cool gear. I know that cool gear exists, so it's okay. But I still kind of feel like I have a trash can on my head for a helmet. I'm not imagining it. Loraya, I know I'm being watched. This is indifferent, sinister. It's as if I'm under observation. The feeling comes and goes, but I felt it when I last ventured outside. Yes, I know. I felt it. Will you look outside for me, please? It will only take a moment. Yeah, I'll go check under the bed. It's alright, Sid. Wee. Eh. Eh. I mean, not that I probably needed my mitt against this guy, but... So, you're not just a paranoid old man. Oh my gosh. It looks like he's almost... Never mind. You were attacked, weren't you? Are you unharmed? Thank the gods. I knew it. He was watching me, but why was he watching me? What did he want with me? Did he perhaps know something of my past? If only I could have asked him. I need to think. Please allow me a moment alone. Wait, Father Wood must hear of this. Will you tell him for me? It's important. I think others may come for me again. Heavens forfend, as if he couldn't hear you from right there. Such a thing should happen on unholy ground. Do you have any idea who this man was? Did you notice anything distinctive about his garb or possessions? This is Garlean steel, which means the man who was watching Marquis was... Make haste to Camp Dragon at once. We must summon the immortal flames before more Imperials come. No, none of that's better, so... I'll just take the gold piece this time. Alfie, no!
I fondly hoped that I might be the first to speak with you. Would that I had been so fortunate. At ease, adventurer. I come not on behalf of the Empire. On the contrary, I mean to revive the scions of the Seventh Dawn. And to that end, I have come in search of a legend. The greatest engineer of our time, Master Sid Garland. I have come for you.
I fear you are mistaken, child. He is but a poor soul who bore witness to the horrors at Cartano. I beg of you, leave us in peace.
Wait, I...
Hear me, Cid. Eorzea needs you.
Cid, was it? Here. These belong to you. I thought you bore the mark of greatness. It seems that I was right. Our time together was all too brief, but it felt as though my son had returned to me. You have brought joy to an old man's life. But it is time for you to help those who truly need you.
Who are you?
Alfino Leveilleur, at your service. As a scion of the Seventh Dawn, I stand against our primal and imperial foes, as my grandfather once did. 'Tis no secret what befell our order at the Waking Sands. Word has already spread across Eorzea. The repercussions are far greater than you realize. In the wake of the calamity, the three city-states focused their efforts solely on reconstruction, leaving the Scions to combat the primal threat unaided. And lo, we are all but destroyed. Yet even as the nations mourn our demise and abandon what little hope they have left, we cannot forsake our duty, now least of all. The Ixal have summoned Garuda once more, and she torments the people of Kurthus as we speak. Her appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Worse, in her present incarnation, our Baldessian colleagues believe she surpasses both Ifrit and Titan in strength. Yet, therein lies an opportunity. Were we somehow to defeat Garuda, it would serve as a warning to the other beast tribes that even their mightiest gods can be felled. If we are to face our foe, we must first circumvent the tempest that shields her sanctuary. And for that, we need an airship. Your airship, Cid.
I have an airship?
Yes, Cid, you do. Your very own airship. It was last seen in the skies over Gridania, not long before the calamity, so let us begin our search there.
An airship? My airship? Oh, wait.
Come, let us put an end to the primals. Together, we will show the world that the Scions are still a force to be reckoned with.
They need my airship. They need me.
What a curious twist of fate. Master Sid Garland would at last be found within our church. It defies imagination. I beg your pardon, Lariah. You wish to find his airship, yes? I know not how much truth there is to it, but there is a tale known as the final flight of the Enterprise, which grew popular in the wake of the Calamity, much like the Great Gubu Wall of Ul'dah. It states that the Enterprise flew northwest from Gardania towards Corwirthus. If true, the airship would have passed through the North Shroud, likely over Falgard Float, and closest to the settlement to Corwirthus. Mayhap the Serpents stationed there have record of the events that transpired that day. I hoped you might find rest from your journeys for a time, but I see that the world still has need of you and the Scions. I pray look after yourself, Sid and Lariah. Is there aught I can assist you with, miss? The Enterprise? You speak of Garland's ship, yes? I needn't refer to the records. I know the airship was sighted overhead 5 years ago, clearly bound for Corwirthus. What became of after that I cannot say. If you wish to know more, pray speak with Warderford at Florentel's Spire. He was on duty that day and saw it with his own eyes. I'm unsure what it is that you hope to accomplish, though. Even should you locate the ship, would you not need a man of Master Garland's caliber to fly it? I hear tell that the machinery is fiendishly complex. Well, you might say I have a man of his caliber ready to fly it. You come in search of Rutherford, then well met, for you have found him. Indeed, I have served as a whaler for many years, since before the great snows came to Corwirthus. What exactly is this about? Ah, the final flight of the Enterprise. I do indeed remember that day. 'Twas on the eve of the Battle of Cartano, nigh on 5 years ago. I held the spire alone that night, while the bulk of our horses marched to meet the enemy in the field. Then all of a sudden the most fantastic airship I had ever seen splits the sky overhead. I could only watch in shock as it disappeared over the mountains to the northwest. If the Enterprise wasn't destroyed during the Calamity, I'd wager it's still somewhere in Corwirthus. The astrologians at the observatorium may have records which could help, but to obtain them you would need to deal with the Ishgardians who control the region. I wouldn't expect much, though. The High Houses have long been concerned with their own affairs above all else. When Dalaman descended, they took shelter behind their gates, and even now they have little regard for the plights of other nations. Nevertheless, they may deign to assist you should you prove yourself useful. Consider providing your services to soldiers who guard the observatorium. Though they may refuse you at first, I've little doubt they would accept aid freely offered. Okay. And I do not have that. So we are gonna have to do some traveling. Let's see. So then, yeah, we haven't been there. Yeah, give me a minute. Okay, so I figured it out because I'm smart, bruh. Not really. When I first started playing this game, I had a really hard time like navigating the game in these situations where you have to travel to a completely new area. So I just had to look through the maps a little bit to find it, but cool. We have now reached Friezenass City. Please tell me you have a crystal here. You do not have a crystal here. Excuse me, can you repeat that? You wish to offer your services to House Durandare, and what, pray tell, do you wish to receive in exchange? How absurd! If we would permit an outsider to pursue the records of the observatorium, do not mistake our courtesy for friendliness. The Holy See of Ishgard may allow foreigners to travel freely within these lands, but we do not intend to offer succor to strangers. This, Oh, please, God. No! I was hoping I'd get a different armor piece. Just be so. Hello and have mercy. Are you still here? You may take shelter within our walls if you insist, but do not distract me while I am on duty. We're stretched thin as it is. And where the hell is that knight I sent out on patrol? He should have returned ages ago. Perhaps I have a use for you after all. If you still wish to aid us, search the wilds to the west for my missing man. You will know him by his uniform, the House of Durandare, as is mine. Yep. On my way. I am a good little fetch-it person. You okay over here, bruh? Oh, my bad. I'm so sorry. I just had a dumbass stoner moment. I forgot I was supposed to be reading that out loud. I'm so sorry. I prayed the rumors were mistaken, but this confirms the worst. I must immediately inform my superiors that the heretics are operating within this region. Fare thee well, friend. I am so sorry, guys. That was the dipshittiest thing I've done all day. I swear. At the time of recording this, I actually took a tiny step back from streaming, like, just because I'm having some health issues I'm trying to work through right now, and it's been difficult for me, so I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I must say, I didn't actually expect you to find my knight, much less rescue him. I see I may have been premature in my judgment, miss. We are a proud people, beholden to tradition, but that does not mean that we are without humility. I shall structure the astrologians to entertain your request. However, understand that this is ultimately their decision, whether or not you may peruse their records. Pray proceed to the observatorium and introduce yourself to Edmund. Yo, it's dark in here. What is that hat? It's so cute and so silly looking at the same time. I kind of love it. Ah, the lady come in search of the airship. This is highly unorthodox. Whatever could Sir Ludovoy be thinking? It is true that we maintain meticulous records which stretch back generations. However, because this information is used to chart Giovannian activity, access is strictly controlled. One can never be too careful with the heretics and their sympathizers lurking about. If you would persist with your inquiries, please seek an audience with the chief astrologer full amount above. Running. They all have them. That's great. Those hats are ridiculous and cute at the same time. Like, I don't know how I feel about it. The design is so cool, but I don't know how to describe it. Like, please, anybody watching the video, please tell me you agree with me about these hats. No, absolutely not. Have you an inkling what it is that you ask? were our records fall into the wrong hands, it could change the course of a war which has raged for generations. I speak not of some mere spat between Southron nations. Ours is a holy crusade, and we are arbiters of Halone's will. I would not put our nation at risk, certainly not to help a foreigner locate a missing airship of all things. Pardon the intrusion, Forlimer. I wish to speak with you regarding the recent... Oh, I didn't realize you had a guest. Inquirer Ghislaine, you honor us with your presence. Whoops. Ah, you must be the one who rescued House Sterndale's knight from those heretics. Doubtless they feel indebted to you. I am told you seek an airship last seen in Corinthus 5 years ago, yes? You come to us in an inconvenient time, I fear. Much has changed in the intervening years, and little for the better. While I wish you the best of luck in your search, I would also strongly advise caution. The snows came quickly in Corinthus. One moment you may feel as though you have a firm grasp on your surroundings, safe and secure in your knowledge, and the next you may find yourself in a wholly unfamiliar situation, blind to the dangers hidden by the blizzard. It would be wise for you to focus on a single landmark while traveling. Do not give in to temptation and deviate from your course. I was not aware you aided House Sterndale in that fashion. Thank you, madam. Nevertheless, my decision stands. I cannot give you what you seek. What do you want? I'm a busy man. I would ask you to be concise. Nothing. I just wanted to bother you. You there, madam. I cannot help but overhear your conversation with the chief astrologian. There must be a way I can assist you, but it would require that you perform a favor for me in exchange. An associate of mine has not returned from his expedition to the cliffs east of the observatorium. He was adamant that he could conduct his observations alone, despite the presence of his Ixal in that vicinity. If you would seek out his astrologian and confirm that he is well, it would be a great comfort to me. Alrighty, folks, that is it just for this episode, though. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all of your love and support. I hope that you guys are staying safe. I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your night. And please do not forget to hit that like button for the algorithm. Thank you so much for all that you do. Stay safe. That's all. Bye.